Hi there, my name is Ron Rogers, and I want to tell you about the absolute beautiful reconstruction that the Waco company did of my Great Lakes center section. Now, if you've been following me, you know I talked about there were issues with this center section cracking, and they had to repair it. And I'll go into that in just a second, but Josh Down, who was the maintenance lead there, told me, he says, your plane will look better than when you picked it up new. And he's right. The thing was just beautiful. The workmanship was beautiful. And the artisans they have working there are just a fantastic group of people. I would stop up there while the airplane was being built. They would take the time. The gentleman who was building the wings, he would take the time to explain exactly what was going on. And he was a true artisan. And Mary, who did the fabric. I mean, just people dedicated to their profession. And they're, I'm going to leave somebody out if I start naming too many names, but everybody in that company, from the CEO down, are just excellent, high-class people, and they're working to produce a fantastic product. And I could not be happier with the quality of the work, the attention to detail, the service, the response. Just the customer service has been great. I mean, I don't think I've ever been so pleased with a company as these guys. But let me tell you a little bit about this whole process there. Some of you may be familiar with this if you've been following along, but here we go. All right, that's the dreaded center section. Well, the original Great Lakes had an issue with, you got the heavy fuel tank up there, and it's put a lot of stress on that center section, and it was causing a few structural problems. So they beefed it up. Well, like a lot of things, you beef up something in one area and it could cause a problem somewhere else, and it caused some rib cracking. So it originally came out with a service bulletin, and you don't have to be a rocket scientist, although I worked for one, Dr. James Van Allen, I digress. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know if they come out with a service bulletin and say, don't do aerobatics, that's probably a good thing to do, because if you had any problems, you could take the bottom lawyer in any class from Podunk, Idaho, nothing against Idaho, Podunk, Idaho, and he could win a court case because you flew when they told you not to fly. Well, the FAA got involved, like of course they would, and they actually made it an AD, airworthiness directive, and said, yeah, you will fix this. So it's a good idea. So they fixed it. They did a great job. You can see this is the center section, and with the reinforced plywood down there and the ribs. There's another little view of it. They haven't put in the fuel tank yet. There's a view from the underside with the fuel tank inserted there, because you can see that little drain piece. And there's another little view of it. And another view. And the nice thing about the Waco company is they provided me a bunch of pictures. I have tons of pictures of this aircraft being built from back, pieces of tubing on up. So I've got a great detail. If I was having a build log like EAA people do, I would have it made because of the detail there. Now I must tell you something. I am, there it is, a lifetime member of the EAA. But, it takes a lot of skill to produce an airplane. And I, for the longest time, I said, yeah, I'd really like to build an airplane. I know people who have built them. They do a great job. I really don't have the time. I don't know how they found it. But a lot of the guys I know, they didn't build just one airplane. They built several. Well, they were building one airplane, but they would build something and then they'd rebuild it. And it would take a long time, and I had a lot of other things to do. And the other thing is the skill that I saw in these people. I finally developed a philosophy, even though I'm a lifetime member of EAA, I developed a philosophy that I would never fly any aircraft I built. Okay, I'll leave that to the people who do this very well. Now, there are people who build and fly. A lot of people just build because that's what they're good at. Okay, so we got the fuel tank in there, everything's squared away. They put the covering on, that's on the left, and then they apply the dope. Well, the one on the left, it looks like it's dope too, the initial dope coating, and then they apply the paint on the right. And there it is with the striping. And there it is with the finished color. That's that yellow thing in the center, that's where the GPS antenna goes. And the fuel vent's on the left there. That's that little thing sticking up. And then, of course, the fuel filler is on the right there. But just look at that beautiful paint job. And here's another view too. And I forget, they tell me the paint they use, but it's a vast improvement over previous paints. It looks like it's wet, and it just looks beautiful. And I have had so many compliments on this aircraft, and it is just gorgeous. You know, I don't know if people assume I build it or not, but it is a piece of craftsmanship, bar none. Okay, now we're getting it back together. You may have seen some of these earlier pictures. There it's sitting in the corner. It's ready to go back together. It's got the pieces off, of course, because you gotta have access to fit things back together. And there's the crew with the jigs and putting the wings back on. You see the center section up there in the center, and they're getting the wings back on. And see, here is my safety factor. I have 2 wings. You know, in case you lose one wing, I've got 2. You got an upper wing, you got a lower wing, you got a left and right wing. So maybe I got 4, depending on how you like to count wings and stuff like that. But the detail, the alignment, the precision these guys put forward is just absolutely beautiful. And there's more pictures of the process. There's a lot of pieces. You know, when they first did this, I thought, well, they take the center section out. Well, I didn't realize that to take the center section out, you got to take all the wings apart. So it's a pretty good job. And of course, they covered this at no cost to me because it was an issue. They covered it under the warranty, which is absolutely great. There's some more pictures, and no, I didn't camouflage the inboard section of the wing for stealth reasons, although this would actually be a fairly stealthy aircraft because there's not much metal on it. But no, that's to keep it from being dinged. Okay, there we're moving along. We're getting the thing all put together. And there we go with the, it looks like this finished. Getting the wheel pants on, getting the final aspects done. And there it will be soon flying. And like I said, I don't have, and this is not a paid promotion. I'm not getting any pay for this. This is just the fact that, I've dealt with a lot of companies, some good, some bad, but these guys are a class act. The airplanes are worth every penny. The craftsmanship is excellent. If you go out and buy one of these things, you will enjoy it immensely. And, for a guy who spent a lot of time flying big transports all over the world, this is a fun airplane just to get out, kick around, do some aerobatics, and just have an absolutely fun time. So I'm excited for a nice summer season and fly-ins and all sorts of fun stuff to do. So, maybe I'll see you there. I won't be bringing it up to Oshkosh. That's a little bit too scary. And I take my fighter up to Oshkosh, my Ford F-150, because it's only 2.5 hours. It's actually easier to drive, and I bring a lot of stuff. Take it there and bring it home. So, but hopefully I'll see you up at Oshkosh. I will be wearing one of my shirts, this one or the original design, but you should be able to see it up there and see me. So if you do, say hello. I'll be hanging out by the Waco booth there a little bit, and of course all over the place. But as you know, going to Oshkosh is like going to church for aviation people. It's just really cool. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little putting the airplane back together episode, and thanks for watching.